So something that's come up from the past 2 weeks of patience, it's been a heavy week of patience, a heavy 2 weeks of patience with a lot of really difficult healing expressions that the people that are experiencing them are having to persist in the face of tissue changes, neurological changes, sensation changes, and some really big things. So not just your average, skin rash, gut symptom, but some really big time things that require a level of thinking and a level of commitment and dedication that's pretty much unmatched when you're utilizing a medicine that just cuts and pastes, right? And so one thing that I have seen these people do, and one thing that we work on together, is trust. And so that's what I wanted to come and talk about a little bit here, especially for those of you. You guys know who you are. This is for you. So when you are in those times, when what you see doesn't reflect what you're trying to believe, those are the moments that you have to persist. That is when devotion and dedication become a lived experience, and something that's not just in the mind, but actually in the reality, the environment, and therefore in your tissues. So in these moments, it is the greatest opportunity for change. It's the greatest opportunity to not only trust what you believe in, but to trust the person that chose it, which is you. And so that is the most important thing when it comes to healing and choosing any type of therapy or modality to facilitate the outcome that you desire in your body. It is that you trust you, and you trust your ability and your capacity to choose. And then the wholehearted diving in through the living embodiment of what you say you believe is going to determine the results and the speed with which you acquire those. And it's so hard, and it's so hard to watch, even though I live this and it's in my daily life. There's no day where I don't see miracles. And so when I see it with you, it still doesn't take away from how difficult I know it is to be in that position. And so if you're one of those people, especially if I've seen you in the past 2 weeks, you guys know who you are. You have to buckle down in this time, to persist in the face of what it looks like, to persist in the face of how it feels, and to really lock on to trusting not only what you've chosen, but the you that's chosen it. And if you can soften to that experience, right? Think about a relationship. When you trust somebody, there's more freedom. When you trust somebody fully, there is so much more peace within the dance of the living, right? There's no rigidity, there's no clinging, there's no restriction. There's this, just like they say in some religious texts, the peace that surpasses understanding, right? So don't try to find peace through your intellect. You've got to find it through the living of what it is that you say you believe, and the trusting in yourself and your capacity to choose. And so I just wanted to bring that here. There's so many of you, again, a heavy 2 weeks, but you guys are doing what medicine says is impossible. So you've got to have a level of thinking that does the impossible. You've got to have a level of believing and self-reliance and self-trust that can be the structure to hold that level of human expression. And you're doing it, and I just wanted to come and remind you to continue. And how you continue will also be medicine. And how you think in these times, how you feel in these times, how you play in these times, how you love in these times, how you relax and how you trust in these times will medicate your tissues just as much as everything else that you're doing. So persist, trust, and really fall into the devotion and the dedication that is that trusting of yourself, to not only trust what you believe, but to trust what you choose.